Good afternoon, everyone.
Rosie.
That don't know us yet, we're the bride's daughters. So on behalf of my mum, who we must say is very beautiful this evening, we'd like to welcome you all here. Also, we'd like to thank you all for coming. We know it means a lot to Mum and Keith that you have found the time to be here to share this special day with them. We'd like to say a special thank you to Sunny and Matty for all your help. We must say you both swim up well. Also to Pete, who brought Pete home safe and sound from the sound of it a crazy weekend in Butlins. And also to the Power Girls, Darcy and Poppy, who look gorgeous and have done a brilliant job today. Lastly to Alex, who looks very handsome today, and it means a lot to us all that you are here sharing our parents' big day.
Rosie.
We are both honoured that Keith asked us permission to marry our mum and to say a few words here today. It means the world to us to see Mum so happy. She deserves all the happiness in the world, especially after having to put up with us two for the last 26 years.
Liar!
She would do anything for us as well as anybody else, for that matter. I think you would all agree she's truly amazing and our angel. We'd like to say it was love at first sight for Mum and Keith, but that's not quite the way it happened. There were plenty of women lying about their age to pull a younger man, but in this case it was Keith who lied about his age. He lied saying that he was older so he could pull the sophisticated woman that we call our mum. However, even this didn't work. It took some time and persistence on Keith's part to eventually win Mum round, and we are very glad he did. It's plain to see that Mum and Keith make each other very happy, and if we are as happy in our relationships as they are in theirs, then we've done pretty good. We would like to thank Keith for not only making our mum happy, but also for everything he has done for us over the years. From supporting us through our ups and downs to all of the adventures he has taken us on. He definitely does buy the best Christmas presents. We'd like to say a few words on behalf of our granddad, who sadly couldn't be here with us today. We know we would be extremely proud of how amazing Mum looks today. We also know he would definitely approve of Keith, as Mum has found someone to not only love and look after her, but he has took on all three from him.
Go on!
We know we'll continue to do a good job looking after us and loving us all. It's safe to say, welcome to the family, Dad. Mum's just asked us to give Alex a little present that she's got from herself and Keith. Alex, thank you.
Go Alex, go on!
Man, you talk! Man, you talk.
Hurry up, Alex, what is it?
Come on Alex, what is it?
Man United! Liverpool, not Carter!
Chelsea! You've got to open it in the morning. It's Christmas today.
Oh.
Who is it? Father Christmas.
Rooney.
There's a picture of Torres that says, well done, Alex. on helping your dad and Mandy on the wedding.
Call me later, Alex.
Want you to feel left out.
Emotional, isn't it? Huh? It's one of It's one of Mandy, isn't it? Well, that's fine.
And there's a picture for Keith. Best wishes, Keith, on your marriage to Mandy and Cyprus. Terry Lampard Dropper. Finally, if you don't like to make glasses, we'll make a toast to the bride and groom.
Bride and groom.
Now we'll hand you over to Keith.
Send me a big round of applause for the
Oh my God, put them fingers down. You was a baby the last time I saw you. Well, strictly not, but that's not paying attention to you. You was a baby.
Come on.
Mandy, you're supposed to have a baby.
I'm saying it's a baby and I'm just
I just added that bit on. We'll just wait for the best man to sort these pictures out. Here we go.
Pedro! Come on, Pedro!
You will be the same 10 years time, young lady.
Quiet!
No, 10.
Ready?
Yeah, ready?
Probably less.
Keith's speech, October the 19th, 2012, Nissi Beach.
4 minutes.
Wow.
You said it took.
Here we are in sunny Cyprus. We got here in the end. It's been a long wait. Thanks, Beth.
4 minutes, my house.
Sammy, for a wonderful speech. I'm not going to go on, as I can't wait to hear what my best man Pete's got to say. Thanks again, Pete, for sorting a brilliant stag do out and the many outfits. Pete, we'll leave that there. I would like to say how beautiful my wife, Mandy Pandy, looks today. Made me feel quite emotional when you walked down that aisle. I still can't believe
Yeah, nobody
I'm
knew.
married. I'll come back to Mandy later.
This is in the book.
A few thank yous now. Mum, Dad, just like to say you've always been there for us through thick and thin. And I couldn't have asked for greater parents. So thanks, Mum and Dad. Also, I'd just like to mention Mandy's parents, unfortunately, can't be with us today. But one of the reasons we're here, married by the sea, is so Mandy's dad can be with us in spirit, if not in person. I'd also like to thank Paul for giving Mandy away today. We're honoured that you wanted to do it. Also, a big thank you to my close family, Andrea, Chris, Travis and Chelsea, Paul, Denise, Julie, Becky, Dan, Lauren and the kids. It's great for us for you to be here.
About me!
Not forgetting Sonny and Matty. Great job, fellas. This is where we say that a few people have travelled a few miles to be with us to share our big day. But in fact, there's loads of you who have travelled over 2,000 miles to be with us today, and myself and my wife can't express in words what it means for us, for you special people are here to celebrate our wedding day with us. Thank you, thank you. And on that note, I think we should have a toast. Thank you for everyone who's made this effort to be here. Thank you.
Cheers, everybody.
Thank you.
One and all.
Thank you. And I've got no drink.
Oh.
Come on now. Yeah. Can I have another drink, please, anybody? Thank you. That will do. Lovely jubbly. Next, I would like to say my marriage to Mandy also brings a togetherness for us, but it also makes our family complete, as I've gained two lovely stepdaughters in Beth and Samantha. Mandy has also gained a handsome stepson in Alex. Talking of Alex, you did a great job today, mate, and we're proud of you. And as for the bridesmaids and the flower girls, you all look fantastic. And I'd like to say a toast for the flower girls, the bridesmaids and Alex. A toast.
Cheers!
Now it brings me back to when me and Mandy met. Many thanks go to Neil Mumley for that night, as we were out on a hot Cleethorpes summer evening, way back 8 years ago, in the old Victoria, or O'Neill's, to be fair. At first, it was just a bit of fun for me and Mandy, nothing too serious. But here we are, and this is serious. We're married. I can honestly say, Mandy has brought the best out of me, and I always knew I was a good lad. And to be able to share my life with my new wife is the best thing to happen to me by far. We have a lovely family and a lovely dog. Sorry, I've got two dogs. And I don't mean Beth and Sam.
I think he's going to be in the dog.
Sorry about that. I mean Luca and Scooby. Except Luca is a bugger when he's on his lead.
I wouldn't have said it, but yeah.
There was no prouder man today than man who said yes to be my wife. I love her to bits, and I will cherish this day forever. So could you please raise your glasses to Mandy Pandy?
Mandy
And whilst we're talking about Mandy Pandy, I've got a little surprise for Mandy.
You said it lasted 4.
Yeah, well, you're not this time. Thanks to Joan, my mum.
Mum, not ma'am, mum.
Mum, then. We did a little thing over the internet called buying tickets, which we love. And on November the 24th, Mandy, Pandy, and myself, we're going to see Robbie Williams.
We've been to see him a few times, get stuff.
At the O2. Right, that's it really. Next, I will pass the stage to Pete. Cringe with fear, what I'm about to hear. Pete Spencer, the stage is yours.
Oh, he's knackered his mic now.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Have you broken my microphone already?
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you all for coming to this very special occasion. It is fantastic to see so many friends and family here today. Unlike most traditional best man speeches, which are full of sexual innuendo, I promise Keith and Mandy if there's anything slightly risque, I'll whip it out. I'm only going to speak for a couple of minutes because of my throat. If I go on too long, Mandy's threatened to cut it. For those of you who don't know me, I am Pete, Keith's best friend and of course best man. It is with great honour to have this bestowed upon me, but in all honesty, I'm actually a bit nervous about doing this, but I do feel comforted by the fact that I've rehearsed this in front of a live audience. It was at a local old people's home. I think it went down well. They pissed themselves anyway. Firstly, I would like to congratulate Keith on his speech.
Testing.
Hello.
Dolly is in the house.
Firstly, I would like to congratulate Keith on his speech. I always knew it would be difficult to follow one of your speeches, and I was right. I couldn't follow a bleeding word of it. Seriously though, I'd like to thank the bridesmaids for today. I think you will agree. As you...
Testing.
As you will agree, you have done a marvellous job and look fantastic. Indeed, there are only a clips by Mandy herself, who looks absolutely stunning today. Of course, there is no doubt marriage is a wonderful thing. It is supposed to be pure and simple, and that's what we have here today. Mandy is pure, and Keith is a nice guy. Now, probably in a better position than most to pay tribute to the groom, having known him for roughly 28 years. But I thought I would ask around to see what some of Keith's friends and family would say about him. The lads at work say he's a first-class stunt, although I may have misheard them. Some of the words you could use to describe Keith are charming, intelligent, witty and entertaining. But nobody chose any of them. He was only described as arrogant, conceited, insensitive and selfish. And let's face it, if anyone did know him, it would be his mum. But ladies and gents, I've been asked to praise Keith and not to bury him, even though I must say it was close in a vote. So Keith, he was born in the September of '72, the year of the Munich Olympic disaster, and also the first year Leeds United had won the FA Cup. Yay. Well, they do say bad things happen in threes. My first recollection of Keith was his paper boys. He worked for Dave Willis and I worked at Dave Sessions. We didn't really get to know each other till we got to Matthew Humberston. Now, as you might have guessed, there were plenty of stories that I could say about him.
Oh, indeed.
But I couldn't find one appropriate. I mean, one that would have him squirming in his seat and sweating more like Pavarotti on a treadmill. But I do have a couple. When we were kids, a long, long time ago, I always remember him being careful with money. Basically tight. his mum and dad had given him some money to get his hair cut at Crips's on Grimsby Road. Fortunately for him, my dad had acquired some clippers and needed a clown, a guinea pig, call it what you may, to try it out on. I think he asked for a short back inside. What he got resembled one of the Fab Four with alopecia. Size different levels. And the fringe started here and finished here. It was exactly the same angle as the Brighton Slipway. When me and Keith got introduced to alcohol, the wheels really did come off in our life. Joe and John will tell you. I remember Keith once coming home to his mum's house, absolutely hammered, thinking he was Paul Daniels. Not because of his love of magic, but that he could transform the front room television into a urinal. Our favourite pastime together has to be watching Grimsby Town and the dream of watching England win a major tournament. Like I said, it's only a dream. A nightmare will be waking up at Stamford Bridge in a Chelsea top. Throughout the world we have been watching the three lions play: Germany, Russia, Bulgaria, Sweden, Greece, to mention a few. Our favourite was the 2002 World Cup finals in Japan. The flight was never ending, so was the alcohol. Keith was that drunk, he kept asking the air hostess what time the train got into Tokyo Station. Wow. The stag do was a resounding success. Not just because I organised it, but it was one, if not, it was probably the best stag do I've ever been on. But one I have ever been on, my liver and kidneys didn't think so. I take my hat off to the 45 lads that went and made the effort. And more importantly, the 80 Bullings. Keith had costume changes than Mr. Penn. For those who don't know what he went as, on the Friday he went as a gay wrestler. Saturday day, a lovely Turkish supporter with authentic tan. Saturday night, a pig. And Sunday he basically looked like Torres in Corfu. The theme for Saturday night was anything to do with music, from any era. We had Adamant, Wham, heavy metal rock stars, Grace Jones, Slash, Cheryl Cole, and a gorgeous looking Lady Gaga. And we also had Robin Hood, Bungle and Zippy. Don't know what band they was in, but they would have been better than One Direction. Keith said his best outfit was his birthday suit, with a Budgie's nose attachment. We had a great time as well. Like the girls that played a game en route to Leeds called Have You Ever? They know what I'm on about. We had some great results from ours. Here's my favourite. Keith can eat 3 shreddy wheat, Booby can peel an orange in his back pocket, and Brett can suck a golf ball through a nose pipe. Now traditionally, I have to offer some advice to Keith on married life, and my wife Rachel knows after 10 years I'm more than eligible to provide this. Just asking. Firstly, Keith, never be complacent. Always keep an eye out for the little telltale signs in your relationship. For instance, the milkman wearing your socks. Married life can be compared to football, so be carefully committed every week and make sure you score every weekend. Make sure you change ends at half time. And don't put your tackle in too hard, you might injure yourself. However, Mandy tells me that playing away from home will result in serious groin injury, and it's definitely the quickest way to get on the transfer list. Well, they say the best man's speech is the worst 5 minutes of the groom's life.
But thankfully, for Keith, it's almost over. Unfortunately for Mandy, the worst 5 minutes of her life will come tonight. But in all seriousness, Keith may have the appearance of Peppa Pig, but he has a heart of Disney's Pooh Bear. He is constantly putting up his needs ahead of his own and has a bundle of generosity to boot. I am truly privileged to be Keith's friend and honoured to be picked as his best man. He is a kind and caring lad who always has time for his friends, and I'm overjoyed that he has found himself a beautiful wife to share many happy moments to come. Keith truly deserves everything he has earned. I could not be happy for him at this present time. I can honestly say I love him like a brother. So then, ladies and gentlemen, without much further ado, it gives me immense pleasure, not to mention relief, to invite you all to stand, please. May your love be loving enough to survive the times and old-fashioned enough to last forever. Please raise your glasses for the new Mr. and Mrs. Evans.
Well done, Peter.